Epictetus once said, "If you seek tranquility, do less, or more accurately, do what's essential, what the reason of a social being requires, and do it in the requisite way." This brings a double satisfaction, to do less, but do it better. Have you ever found yourself less interested in someone until the moment they stopped paying attention to you? Suddenly, their absence casts a shadow that's too intriguing to ignore. This phenomenon isn't just about playing hard to get, it's deeply rooted in our psychological makeup and surprisingly aligns with ancient Stoic principles. Stoicism teaches us about the value of self-sufficiency and the power of emotional independence. Today, we're diving deep into why people often only realize your worth when you start valuing yourself more than their opinion. This isn't just a lesson in modern relationships. It's age-old wisdom that can change how you view yourself and others. Stick around because we're about to uncover how embracing Stoic ideals can make you irresistibly attractive by simply focusing on your own growth. If you appreciate what we're doing here, a simple favor I'll ask from you is to hit that subscribe button and make sure not to skip any part of the video to get the full story. Let's get into it. The power of your absence. You might be surprised to learn that being less available can have a profound impact on how others perceive and value you. This concept isn't just about making someone miss you, it's about demonstrating your own worth and self-respect, core principles of Stoicism. Stoic philosophy teaches us that our control over our emotions and actions is a critical aspect of our character. When you choose to step back and focus on yourself, you're practicing a form of Stoic detachment. This isn't about indifference, but about prioritizing your energy in a way that aligns with your values and personal growth. When you're always available, people might not fully appreciate the value of your time. However, when your presence becomes less predictable, your time and company are viewed as more valuable. Consider the dynamics in any relationship, personal or professional. When you're consistently present, others may become accustomed to your contributions to the point where they overlook the importance of your efforts. But when you selectively choose when to be available, you create a scenario where people experience what life is like without your input and companionship. This absence allows them to truly reflect on what you contribute to their lives. Moreover, in the spirit of Stoicism, your absence helps others appreciate your presence even more when you're around. It teaches them about loss and the value of temperance in their expectations and demands. Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." By managing your availability, you help others manage their craving for constant interaction, leading them to a Stoic realization about the nature of desire and contentment. Your strategic absence also serves as a valuable time for self-growth. It allows you to focus on personal development, much like the Stoics encourage. This growth not only makes you more self-reliant, but also more interesting and attractive to others. People naturally gravitate toward those who are self-assured, content, and comfortable in their solitude, without seeking constant validation from others. 2. The shift in dynamics. When you consciously decide to step back and reduce your availability, you disrupt the usual dynamics of your relationships. Think of it like altering the flow of a river. The change in course forces everything around it to adapt. Similarly, when you change how often you're accessible, the people in your life must adjust to the new norm. This shift can be quite revealing. It not only shows you who values you enough to reach out and maintain the relationship, but it also teaches others to appreciate your presence more when you're around. Stoicism emphasizes understanding what is within our control and what isn't. In the context of relationships, you can't control how others feel about you, but you can influence their perception through your actions. By changing the dynamics, you're practicing a form of Stoic wisdom, demonstrating that your emotional and physical availability isn't a given but a choice, managed based on your priorities and self-respect. This strategic withdrawal isn't about playing hard to get. It's about respecting yourself enough to set boundaries. It teaches people that your time and energy are valuable, and they need to put in the effort if they want to remain a significant part of your life. It's a powerful way to reset expectations and relationships on terms that reflect mutual respect and understanding. Moreover, this shift in dynamics is about balance, a key concept in Stoic philosophy. Just as the Stoics strive for emotional equilibrium and rational responses to external forces, adjusting your availability requires finding a balance between being approachable and preserving your energy. This balance ensures you don't become emotionally drained and that your relationships are more reciprocal and rewarding. As you implement this shift, you might notice a range of reactions. Some may step up their efforts to engage with you, appreciating more deeply what you bring to their lives. Others might drift away, revealing that those relationships were perhaps too one-sided to begin with. This natural filtering process is beneficial. It aligns with the Stoic practice of focusing on what and who truly enriches your life and letting go of what does not. 3. The allure of independence. Independence isn't just about being alone. It's about being self-sufficient and finding contentment within oneself, a key Stoic goal. This allure of independence transforms how others perceive you and significantly impacts your interpersonal relationships. Stoicism teaches the value of self-reliance, not as a means of isolation, but as a way to develop personal resilience and freedom from dependency on others' approval or presence. When you cultivate your independence, you practice the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control: yourself, your reactions, and your emotions. This internal focus and growth lead to a natural confidence that others find highly attractive. Think of it this way: when you're truly independent, you're not waiting for someone else to fill your time or provide your happiness. You become the architect of your own joy, a powerful position to be in. People are drawn to those who exude this kind of self-sufficiency because it signifies stability, strength, and a fulfilling life, qualities everyone aspires to. This attraction isn't superficial. It's about recognizing someone who is at peace with themselves and their choices, which is inherently intriguing. Furthermore, independence changes the dynamics in your existing relationships. If you previously seemed too eager or available, you're now seen as someone who chooses when and how to engage. This doesn't mean you care less about the people in your life, but it does mean you prioritize your own needs and well-being alongside, or even above, others' demands. This selective engagement forces others to respect your time and presence because they recognize that it's not given lightly. The allure of independence also stems from the fact that you're likely involved in a variety of interests and activities that enrich your life. This makes you more engaging as a person. You bring new ideas and experiences into conversations, making you not just someone to spend time with out of convenience, but someone sought after for the richness they bring to every interaction. Independence teaches everyone around you, including yourself, that your value doesn't diminish by spending time alone. On the contrary, it enhances your worth in your own eyes and in the eyes of others. This isn't just about being single or in a relationship. It's about how you handle your autonomy in every sphere of life. By embodying Stoic independence, you also embody a freedom that many strive to achieve. Freedom from neediness, desperation, and reactive states that undermine self-respect and autonomy. This kind of independence is captivating because it's rare. It's the peace of knowing you are complete on your own, which is one of the most attractive qualities anyone can possess. The rarity effect. In Stoicism, there is a strong emphasis on the value of scarcity in one's personal expressions and interactions. Seneca and other Stoic philosophers often spoke about the importance of temperance and restraint, not just in terms of personal consumption, but also in how we present ourselves to the world. When you make your presence rare, you inherently increase your perceived value. This is the rarity effect in action. Consider how a scarce resource is typically valued. The less there is of something, the more people want it. This principle applies equally to human interaction. When you are always available, always ready to engage at a moment's notice, people can begin to take your presence for granted. However, if your availability becomes a rare commodity, the moments you do choose to share suddenly carry more weight. Each interaction becomes something to be cherished, appreciated, and remembered, rather than expected as a given. The rarity effect also aligns with the Stoic concept of non-attachment to external validation. By managing how often you are seen and available, you exercise a form of emotional and social discipline. You teach others that your presence is something to be earned, not freely given away without thought. This isn't about being aloof or cold. It's about respecting your own time and energy so much that others are compelled to respect it as well. Moreover, when you are less available, it prompts those around you to reflect on your role in their lives. They begin to question and reevaluate what your presence adds, often realizing your true worth only in your absence. This mirrors the Stoic practice of periodic self-deprivation, like fasting or abstaining from comforts, which fosters appreciation for what is often taken for granted. In social settings, the rarity effect can transform relationships by introducing a level of depth and significance to your engagements. It makes the time spent with you something to look forward to plan for, and to savor. Quality takes precedence over quantity, aligning with the Stoic pursuit of a meaningful and deliberate life. By embracing the rarity effect, you not only cultivate your social appeal, but also practice a form of Stoic wisdom. You become living proof that less is often more, and that true value comes not from omnipresence, but from a well-considered and meaningful presence. This approach doesn't just change how others perceive you, it reshapes how you value yourself and your time, steering you toward a more intentional and fulfilling life. The contrast of confidence. Stoic philosophy holds that confidence isn't merely an external display of bravado, but a profound internal realization of one's own capabilities and value. This self-assuredness, when contrasted against previous insecurities, can dramatically change how others perceive and interact with you. Imagine for a moment that you once seemed eager to please or quick to seek validation from others. This might have made people see you as someone who wasn't fully secure in their own worth. Now, think about what happens when you shift away from seeking external approval to finding a strong, centered sense of self-worth within. This transformation isn't just about feeling confident, it's about embodying confidence in your daily actions and demeanor. When you start focusing on your personal growth, embracing challenges and accepting yourself, this internal change manifests externally in very visible ways. Stoicism teaches us to be indifferent to things outside our control, including the opinions of others, and to focus instead on our own virtue and behavior. When you apply this in your life, the need for external validation diminishes. You no longer hinge your happiness or self-esteem on how others react to you, which ironically makes you more attractive and compelling to those same people. It's a profound contrast. The less you care about their approval, the more they seem to give it. This newfound confidence can be startling to those who knew the old you, the you that perhaps doubted and second-guessed every decision. Now, seeing you so self-assured and composed, they are forced to re-evaluate their perceptions of you. It's as if they're seeing you for the first time, noticing qualities and strengths they overlooked before. This re-evaluation can lead to increased respect and admiration from others, enhancing your relationships. Moreover, Stoic confidence is about more than just appearing confident. It's about being grounded in reason, self-awareness, and an acceptance of what you can and cannot change. This type of confidence is contagious and compelling because it's rooted in authenticity, not arrogance. It draws people in, inviting them to interact with someone who knows their worth and isn't afraid to show it. The contrast of confidence, therefore, is not just about how others see you, but how you see yourself. By adopting a Stoic approach to confidence, you cultivate a strong, unshakable sense of self that isn't easily swayed by external circumstances. This makes you not only more self-reliant, but also more resilient in the face of life's challenges. 6. The pain of regret. Regret often manifests when someone realizes the value of what they've lost only after it's gone. This can happen in relationships when one person takes the presence and efforts of the other for granted, only to realize their worth once they decide to step back or move on. It's a sharp, often painful realization that something precious was overlooked and undervalued. From a Stoic standpoint, regret is a crucial emotion for personal growth. It forces us to confront our mistakes and the consequences of our actions, serving as a stark reminder of what happens when we fail to appreciate the good in our lives. Stoics like Seneca would argue that regret, while painful, also provides an opportunity for profound personal development. It teaches us to be more present, more appreciative, and more mindful of our actions and attitudes toward others. In relationships, the pain of regret can act as a wake-up call. It often shocks individuals into recognizing the importance of those around them, compelling them to reevaluate how they express love, gratitude, and respect. This can lead to more intentional interactions and a renewed effort to not take others for granted. The Stoics would see this as a move toward virtuous living, aligning one's actions more closely with one's values and the kind of person one aspires to be. Furthermore, the Stoic practice of negative visualization, premeditatio malorum, teaches us to periodically contemplate loss before it happens, in order to better appreciate and value what we have while we still have it. This exercise can help mitigate the pain of regret by fostering a continuous appreciation and awareness of our current blessings. For those experiencing regret, Stoicism offers a path forward through constructive introspection and rational action. Instead of wallowing in what has been lost, Stoics would advocate for using regret as a catalyst for change, improving how we engage with and treat those around us. This might mean demonstrating more open appreciation, committing to being more present in relationships, or simply acknowledging the roles others play in our happiness. The pain of regret, therefore, while deeply uncomfortable, is also incredibly valuable. It strips away illusions and complacency, revealing the raw truth about what truly matters to us. For anyone who has experienced this pain, the Stoic response is not to shy away from it, but to embrace it as a critical part of our emotional and moral development. By doing so, we not only heal and improve our relationships, but also grow as individuals, becoming more attuned to the transient nature of life and the importance of living according to our principles. 7. The mystery of uncertainty. In relationships and interactions, uncertainty can often be disconcerting, yet it also holds a unique allure. When you step back and reduce the predictability of your presence, it naturally creates a sense of mystery. People begin to wonder about your activities, your thoughts, and your feelings. This not knowing can transform into a strong curiosity, driving others to think about you more frequently and with greater intensity. It's a psychological phenomenon where the less we know, the more we want to know. From a Stoic perspective, Uncertainty is a fundamental part of life. Stoics teach us to accept that we cannot control everything and that we should focus instead on our reactions to the unexpected. By applying this to our social interactions, we can use the natural human response to uncertainty to our advantage. Instead of feeling anxious about not being in constant contact with someone, we can see this space as an opportunity for others to value us more when we do connect. Moreover, the mystery that comes with uncertainty can lead to a deeper appreciation when interactions do occur. Just as scarcity increases value, so too does unpredictability enhance the significance of the moments you choose to share. It shifts the dynamics of a relationship, often leading to more meaningful and focused engagements. This aspect of uncertainty is not about being elusive for the sake of manipulation. Rather, it's about maintaining a healthy balance between presence and absence, allowing natural curiosity to augment the depth of connection. In Stoic practice, this balance is crucial. It helps maintain a detached engagement where we are neither too distant nor overly available. This approach encourages others to reflect on the role we play in their lives and often leads them to a greater appreciation and understanding of our value in a broader sense. Embracing uncertainty can lead to personal growth. It encourages us to live more spontaneously and with greater awareness, knowing that every interaction could shift perceptions and dynamics. This acceptance also reduces anxiety, aligning with Stoic teachings that stress living in harmony with the nature of life, which is inherently unpredictable. 8. The reversal of roles. This shift is incredibly impactful in any dynamic where one party has traditionally been more invested or eager than the other. Such a reversal isn't just a change in behavior, but a profound realignment of how individuals perceive and interact with each other, deeply rooted in Stoic principles of control and independence. Traditionally, you might find yourself always being the initiator or the giver in relationships, always reaching out, always available. This might make you feel indispensable, but it can also lead to being taken for granted. When you decide to pull back to focus more on your own life and less on others, you initiate a reversal of roles. Now, the other party finds themselves in the position you once occupied. They become the ones reaching out, trying to bridge the gap that you've created. From a Stoic perspective, this is a practical application of understanding what is and isn't within our control. Stoics believe that by focusing on our own actions and attitudes, we can influence our life circumstances and relationships. This strategic withdrawal is a way of taking control of how much of ourselves we invest in others. It forces those around us to reconsider our value and the balance of the relationship. It's about setting boundaries that command respect and teach others that your presence and efforts are not endless resources, but valuable commodities that need to be reciprocated. Moreover, this shift can serve as a powerful lesson in self-respect and self-worth, both for you and for those you interact with. When roles are reversed, both parties are provided with an opportunity to reflect on the dynamics of the relationship. For the one who was previously less involved, this role reversal can be a wake-up call, prompting a new appreciation for the relationship and a better understanding of equitable emotional labor. In Stoic practice, this concept aligns with the idea of being unmoved by external forces while maintaining control over one's internal states. In the context of relationships, it means not allowing your emotional state to be entirely dependent on how others treat you. Instead, by changing your own behaviors, by becoming less available, by focusing more on yourself, you indirectly teach others how to treat you based on how you treat yourself. This isn't about playing games or manipulation. It's about showing that you value yourself enough to require others to treat you with the same respect you offer them. This teaches others that your involvement in their lives is a privilege that is earned through mutual respect and effort. 9. The fear of finality. This is a profound and often pivotal moment in any relationship dynamic. It encapsulates the intense emotions and realizations that come when one senses an ending is imminent. This fear isn't just about losing someone, it's about the finality of the loss, the realization that something valuable is slipping away, potentially forever. The fear of finality can act as a powerful catalyst. When people sense that they might lose you completely, their perception shifts dramatically. They are compelled to reflect on what your absence would mean, and often come to value your presence more than ever before. This sudden shift is deeply rooted in the Stoic understanding of impermanence and the value of the present moment. Stoicism teaches us to cherish each moment and to live fully in the present, because the future is uncertain and beyond our complete control. Marcus Aurelius wrote about this, urging us to focus on the present and act with virtue now, without delay, because we are not guaranteed any time beyond the current moment. This Stoic principle makes the fear of finality a profound motivator. It brings into sharp focus the importance of people in our lives, just when we are at risk of taking them for granted. When you begin to pull away, or when an end seems near, those around you are starkly confronted with the Stoic lesson of transience. They must confront their feelings about losing you, and in doing so, they often recognize the true value of your relationship. This realization can lead to more genuine interactions and a renewed effort to maintain the connection, characterized by deeper appreciation and less complacency. Moreover, the fear of finality forces individuals to evaluate how they have treated you and how they have engaged in the relationship. It's a moment of introspection where the possibility of an ending provides a clear perspective on what has been and what could be lost. This Stoic reflection is not about regret, but about understanding and appreciating the present, learning from the past, and preparing to act more wisely in the future. This concept is crucial not just in personal relationships, but also in how we view our own lives. Stoicism doesn't teach us to fear the end, but to use the awareness of an ending as a spur to live more fully and to treat each relationship with the care and respect it deserves. In doing so, we align our actions with our values, ensuring that we do not squander our time on half-hearted connections.